Mr. Keshav Rao, what is the problem? Why couldn't the CBI file the FIR all this time? Why couldn't they do it? And why can't they do it even now?
No, why don't
we all know. We all know. Who have received the
Why do you think he's not doing it? No. Now don't confuse. Arnab has been championing this
some people have to.
CBI will
One minute. Let me answer the question. Because they are not doing it because they have to protect, quote unquote, the family, which is mentioned in the depositions in the Italian court. I am quoting from page 41 of the charge sheet filed in the Italian court, which mentions honoring the commitment made to the family. And the Congress party obviously has to defend the family, and therefore they are not doing it. They won't do it. That is why all these diversionary tactics. Arnab, it has come out on your programs, and we all know what has been Michael Haskell's role in the whole affair. And so we know everything is very well known to the government, therefore they need to divert. That's why Mr. Kamal Nath from day one keeps saying, let's have JPC, let's have JPC. He was hawking a JPC from day one.
Why not an FIR? TSR Subramaniam wants to say something here. The fact is, I want to tell our viewers what's happening. The CBI has filed a preliminary inquiry into the chopper scam, Armsgate, instead of an FIR. This is not going to allow the CBI to carry out arrests, to speed up the investigation, to gather the evidence, or to lock anyone up in jail. In other words, the principal accused, all of whom are influential and powerful and connected people, can, if they want, conceal information, hide the evidence and protect themselves. TSR Subramaniam.
It will be a very sad day if we need to have a JPC each time for an FIR to be registered with CBI. That seems to be the implication now. That the JPC, the main argument of the JPC is that they will tell the CBI to register the case. We heard the Defence Minister the other day, today, and also Kamal Nath today, that how can we have an FIR, how can we investigate without facts? How can facts come without investigation? This is clearly catch-22. Very clear catch-22 is here. Now, this is the most obvious case. Right from February of last year, when the investigation started in Italy, and newspaper releases here from you and from media, you and Indian Express, enough material for us. Today, it is going to take 6 more months for the first letter regulatory to go from here by the time for elections. We are now, it's a complete dead duck situation now. Now, tomorrow, assume that the JPC meets sometime in April, May. What are they going to discuss?
So you're saying this stalling time.
What is there on the table for them to discuss? There is not a single scrap of paper for them to discuss it. Why a JPC today at this particular point of time? I don't understand.
Buying time. Keshav Rao. Let's get Mr. Elangovan in. Are you not aware, Mr. Elangovan? Look at the calendar of India. Look at the political calendar of India. We are already heading towards March. In 2 days, it's March. 1 year from now, nobody's going to be talking about the JPC. You'll be into general election mode.
Yes.
You probably will have 3 JPC meetings, many disrupted parliament sessions, inactivity from the CBI for the next 6 months.
Yes.
So, why are you game with this, Mr. Elangovan? Why are you playing along with this?
No, see, the problem here is now something wrong is going on in the whole system itself. See, they want an FIR to be filed, they want CBI to investigate, they want the Supreme Court to monitor, they want an adjudicator to monitor the role of the prosecution. And
you don't want an FIR.
Prosecution is done, charge sheets are framed under the supervision of the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court will sit on as an adjudicator will sit on judgment. This is the request of these people, one thing. Secondly, I have understood that the minister have asked the CBI to probe into it, and the government is ready for a JPC. On both the counts, the government is prepared, but BJP does not want this. They want an FIR to be filed, they want CBI to investigate, they want Supreme Court to monitor and sit on judgment also.
Is that morally incorrect to ask for a FIR? Mr. Elangovan, you know enough law. You tell me, is it wrong to ask for
I know. See, an FIR is a must. Only if an FIR is registered, only they can proceed. Any investigation agency can proceed with their investigation.
No, DMK wants FIR.
Mr. Rajagopal.
That is the one.
No, that is filing of FIR.
Next day they arrested A. Raja. Here there is no FIR. They don't want to arrest congressmen. They don't want to arrest any money trail person. That is why no FIR.
You are making a big charge by saying
The
Congressman,
FIR
that
is
is
a
your
must.
point of view. You don't have any, you don't
FIR
have
for
separate
money trail, Arnab. FIR for money trail is a need of the hour. Because in FIR in 2G, they arrested A. Raja. The very second day they arrested A. Raja. Here there is no FIR. They don't want to arrest anyone.
No, see, an FIR is called the first information report, based on which only any investigation can start. They should have some material to start their investigation. Without any material, how can they file an FIR?
As Mr. Arun Jaitley pointed out,
you should ask the question. Your party man.
On PE, you can't do any of that.
Without an FIR, no country will help you. You will get no assistance from Interpol. You will get no assistance from Italy. You can have as many Italian holidays as you want. Your investigators will come back empty-handed. The only option will be to
let BJP give a complaint to the CBI. They will, based on that complaint, let them file an FIR. For FIR, they need some papers.
Why?
The
Why should a complaint have to go? You don't know the scam has happened?
Why you can prefer a complaint?
Proceedings.
Like going to a local police station and preferring a complaint,
money
you can give it.
Paid as bribe. 370 crore money was paid as bribe. You want us to complain? I mean, how absurd can you get this?
How can an investigation agency can take up a case without any paper, any material evidence? You give it,
how will you get the material
then fight.
So how if you don't file an FIR? No, how will you, I just don't understand the cycle. How will you, one second, Chandan Mitra, the question is very serious here. Chandan Mitra, the question is very serious. How are you going to move ahead in this case if you don't file an FIR? If you don't file an FIR, you cannot carry out searches, you cannot arrest these people, you cannot detain anyone, you cannot even enter anyone's house. So we are reaching a position of grave criticality in this matter. Yes, Neerja, you were saying.
As things stand, unless something more dramatic comes out at the Italian end, or our media unearths something more dramatic.
What more remains to be unearthed?
Which puts further pressure on the government to file the FIR that we are talking about. I don't see anything much coming out of this
You feel
case.
there's not enough evidence which is in the public domain?
That's what it points to.
Well, there is a clear mention. For example, there is a clear mention in the Finmeccanica disclosure document, clear and undeniable mention that Ralph Guido Haschke, this suspicious Swiss-Italian-American man who was the go-between, was also paid 58,000 euros to negotiate deals with the Indian Navy. The same company, Otto Melara, which is in the process of bidding for one of the big gun contracts in India, which is part of Finmeccanica direct subsidiary. That's fairly direct evidence for Mr. Antony to stand up. For Mr. Antony to stand up and say, let's have a
just for my knowledge,
detailed inquiry.
Just for my knowledge, for the last 1 year this is coming up.
That's right.
Why no PIL has been filed?
Why does a PIL have to be filed?
Because it goes to the court.
Because if the,
It goes to the court.
if the government is avoiding that FIR, why no? Mr. Chandan Mitra has not gone for PIL. Perhaps Supreme Court might have taken that decision.
Okay, Chandan Mitra, why haven't you taken it up to the PIL?
No,
if you are not serious enough, for a second time on the Newshour tonight, your intent is being questioned by the Samajwadi Party. Your Samajwadi Party is accusing you of playing double games.
If Mr. Kamal Faruqi is so keen that we should file a PIL, why doesn't he file a PIL? Is he not concerned about the country's money being looted? Is he not concerned as a citizen that country's money is being looted? So, and when you talk about probity in public life, Mr. Kamal Faruqi, why don't you file the PIL? We will file. We will do everything. I assure you, we will expose and unmask.
JPC. That is what the objection is. You are undermining the entire parliament.
No, we are not. We are not undermining Parliament. The JPC, Mr. Kamal Nath has been hawking this JPC for the last several days, and he's hawking it only because he wants to divert attention. He wants to divert attention. So they don't want to file the CBI to file an FIR, and I can only appeal to you. Today you saw the unity of the entire opposition. Parties which are not associated with NDA, your TDP, your BJD, ADMK, TMC, and even CPM came together. Only you and BSP, both of you came together. Both of you came together to save. You saved this whole
I
corruption.
want to quote Chandan Mitra.
I'm sorry,
Chandan
Mr.
Mitra,
Faruqi.
allow me to quote Chandan Mitra. Chandan Mitra, I want to quote you.
Oh yeah?
There are three Chandan Mitras. There is a Chandan Mitra right now who is on air. There's another Chandan Mitra who 1 minute back says that Kamal Nath has been hawking the JPC for the last 6 days. Then Mr. Chandan Mitra, there is a third Chandan Mitra who 20 minutes back on the Newshour said that we had no idea that this thing would come up in Parliament. I have two questions of the fourth Chandan Mitra, that which Chandan Mitra do I believe? If I were to believe the Chandan Mitra who says that he's been hawking it for the last 6 days, then I am to surmise that you knew that this is going to happen in Parliament, by which logic I am going to question you that you should have come prepared. You have the numbers in Rajya Sabha. Yeah. You admit that Kamal Nath was going to pull this one on you. You should have come prepared, Chandan Mitra.
Okay. You have a valid point. Arnab, you have a valid point.
You should have fought. Thank you, Chandan Mitra.
You have a valid point.
You can question anyone, but you cannot question.
Let me tell you.
Cannot question yourself.
I must tell you that this is not done. This is not done when the government decides to bring about a motion of this nature. They consult the main opposition party. They always do that. They've done it all these years. But now they have become so reckless and desperate that today they did not consult. I mean, till 4 o'clock. Till 4 o'clock, they were misleading our members, saying, no, we are not bringing any JPC motion. And then they suddenly quietly say, yes, there is a JPC motion. I mean, therefore, the chicanery and the stealth with which this was done, it took everybody unaware, and even the CPM, which had first supported the idea of a JPC, turned around and walked out with us.
I take your point. I take your point. Now, my limited contention at the end is we go to the issue of the FIR. Let's have a final round from our panel here. Yes. In the case of the FIR, what happened in 2G, they named, if my information is correct, there was no individual mentioned in the 2G FIR, only allegations of wrongful loss to exchequer and gain to private companies. The material evidence and 6 names came in the 2011 charge sheet. Yes. They can do the same thing now.
The charge sheet comes later.
They can do the same thing now.
And Arnab, it is Government of India's declared policy, repeated by the Defence Minister today, no middlemen.
Yeah.
For 1 year now, the whole world knew there were middlemen, at least in this deal and 4 other deals. Yeah. What prevented the Government of India, when their own declared policy is not being followed, to direct the CBI to declare, to register an FIR against persons unknown and follow it up?
Where's the story going, Rajagopal?
Government wants to hide FIRs, Arnab. They don't want money trail. That is the crux of the issue. That is why they don't want to file FIR.
Will they be compelled to file an FIR?
They will be.
I think they'll have no choice now. They will have to get an FIR filed.
Okay.
Even the BJP thing is a bit untenable.
You have gone after the BJP.
So both of them have taken untenable positions.
Can the story die? Can the story die from here, or will we only will we have to put binoculars and look at what's coming out of Milan?
Arnab Goswami, as long as you are there and an Indian Express is there, this story is not going to die down very easily.
I'm not so sure this time.
I'll give you the credit.
Thank you for the faith.
I'm not so sure this time.
Thank you for the faith. Not fighting for credit, but it's a story. We're not, it's not about
credit. There will be an FIR.
It's a story.
There will be an FIR.
It's a story.
There will be a money trail.
They will have to file
I'm not like Nirja Chaudhary, but I have full confidence. The FIR will be there. Legal system will work.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure talking to you one-on-one on Newshour tonight.